everyone, and welcome to another high elo game of Age of Empires. Today we find ourselves in a world of pure imagination as MbL, playing as the Japanese in red, gets ready to take on Mr. Yo, playing as the Sicilians in blue. Now all the players heard their herdables explore their immediate surroundings with Turkey and with Scout, and try to go up to Feudal Age ASAP. Let's take a look at the Civ matchup we'll be watching today. Now, the Japanese are very much a civilization that focuses on their infantry. To start with, they do have access to all infantry units with all barracks and blacksmith upgrades, and every single one of their units, infantry units, do attack 33% faster starting in the Feudal Age. This feature greatly benefits their unique unit, the Samurai, a medium infantry unit with an incredible lightning fast attack and an attack bonus against other unique units. And to support their infantry on the field of battle, Japanese Trebs can be upgraded to fire faster and pack and unpack faster. I hope we get to see the Cataperuto upgrade. It is something to behold, truly. And their towers can be upgraded to fire 2 extra arrows. Now, to help save resources to pay for their military endeavors, Japanese mills, lumber camps, and mining camps are all half price. Now, immediately to the south, we've got Mr. Yo playing as the Sicilian in blue, very much a civilization whose strength, in my opinion, derives from their static defensive structures. To start with, take a look at the top right of your screen. The Sicilians do start with 100 extra stone. I don't know why I said stone, which does help them out because they build town centers twice as fast as normal, castles 50% faster than normal. And starting in feudal, the Sicilians can build their unique structure, the donjon. Think of this as a mini castle that gains HP and armor as the game progresses and shoots multiple arrows even when it's not garrisoned in Castle Age. Now, donjons, very much like the Bulgarian version, their Krepost, can also be used to train the unique unit of the civilization, in this case the Sergeant, a medium infantry unit with great base armor whose HP actually increases in Castle Age and is one of the only 2 unique units in the game that you can train in feudal. And by the way, you can use sergeants to build and repair donjons as well. A bit of a self-fulfilling cycle there. Now, unlike the Bulgarian Krepos, the donjon can also train spearman line units and does count as a prereq to building stables and archery ranges, so you can actually skip the barracks right away. But by far, the coolest feature of the Sicilians is their ability to call a first crusade, where each one of these structures, a town center, automatically spawns 5 sergeants up to 5 town centers. That's the maximum. So basically 25 sergeants for the cost of a bit of food and gold. Now, like all infantry units, the sergeant is susceptible to archer fire. So to help protect it on the field of battle, Sicilian Knights Cavaliers can be upgraded to get extra armor. Their infantry, cavalry, and archer units all take less bonus damage, and all Sicilian units can be upgraded to be more resilient to conversions and more resistant to conversions. Now, to feed their big, hungry population, Sicilians do actually have the most fertile farms in the game. Man, oh man, these deers are coming from very far away. It's not this patch. That's although that's not too bad. As a secondary deer patch, their farms, as I was saying, are the most fertile in the game. A fully upgraded Sicilian farm, over 1,000 food, 1,019 food. Just absolutely ridiculous. Mr. Yo, having pushed his last deer, immediately heads north. Doesn't know exactly where his opponent is, so we'll see if he goes left or right, or if he just goes straight ahead, in which case he will run straight into MbL and our red Japanese settlement. Let's take a look at the bases. Both players sitting on 18 villagers. Mr. Yo got loom heading up to feudal. Our Japanese getting loom, doesn't have the resources yet to go up to feudal. Mr. Yo goes straight ahead, sees the big pile of gold, knows that he is close to where his opponent is, sees a town center now that it fires a whole bunch of arrows at him, and decides, hey, I'm getting the hell out of here. I'm going to probably take a bit of a wide berth and see exactly where this base is. Our Japanese is still pushing deer, although he is now heading up to feudal as well, just about 30 seconds behind his opponent, so not too terrible. Did get an extra villager out of it. Let's take a look. Primary gold we saw very exposed to the front for our Japanese. Primary stone in a 2 or a Z or Z shape, depending on which country you are from or in the back, with a bit more gold off to the sides here, forward and back position. Forests, I mean, this is such a weird base spawn in terms of forest. He's got one big forest in the back, thin and long, No jokes meant there. And then 2 thicker forests in the front. But look at this. When's the last time we saw this? A forest ringing the edge, basically protecting him from falling over the edge of the world and into the big empty sea of the world. And then there's a bit of a little horn shape jutting out of the eastern side of the map that creates a bit of a nook here that he could have. Has he explored it? No, he hasn't. If he had explored, I'm sure the wall-off would probably be here and not here. But a very weird spawning of forest. This is a lot of wood for our Japanese. By the way, speaking of their infantry line being pristine, their archer line is pristine as well. So wood might come in pretty damn handy. Scouts, chasing scouts. Let's take a look at Mr. Yo's primary gold, nice and safe in the back. Primary stone, very exposed in the front. Look at the forward portion of his base. Completely open, completely exposed forests. He's got a few to the back. First blood goes to Mr. Yo as he demolishes the scout of his opponent. But again, forests. He's got this one that's nice and safe in the back. To be honest, so does MbL. What Mr. Yo doesn't have is a few easily walled off forests. So overall base advantage here, I would give to our Japanese. Not by a huge margin, not by anything super duper crazy. And now our Sicilian has lost his life, his scout's life rather. Not his life, to this spearman. So 1 kill apiece, both military kills, and now a very small task force is heading out in the middle of the night. They encounter an enemy. The enemy radios back home, says, "Hey, psh, psh, code breaker, whatever the hell truckers say. There are units heading our way." 3 kills to 1 for our Sicilian, who gets the spearman, gets that our other spearman who was walking down the center. And then right by them go 2 more scouts. So MbL here, not afraid of this pressure at all. Why the hell would he be? This is basically... Oh. Was this? No, this is walled off, even though the lines are not touching each other, I think because of the elevation. Oh, this is going to be so annoying here for our Japanese, who relocates his lumber camp here. So the force is pretty thick. Even with the +1 attack, which, by the way, they don't have... This should be a pretty decent area for him to jack lumber here in the back. Might want to relocate this lumber camp a bit further back. Remember, these lumber camps are half price. One of the cool features of the Japanese, you do not have to spend a lot of lumber in the early stages of the game getting your economy up and running. Basically BOGO, right? Buy one, get one free, 2 for 1, whatever it is called whenever you order food online where you are from. These units finding literally 0 things to do. These scouts finding literally 0 things to do. What is our Sicilian doing, by the way? How is he going to wall this off? For now, creates a funnel to the right, to the left, completely open. Damn, Mr. Yo. Playing it fast and loose. Although he has not ever been one to shy away from big wall-offs. Let's follow along with these scouts as they continue their... Why did it... Oh, I thought I highlighted them. Okay. Not too sure why the screen went dark there when I highlighted these scouts. I guess because I highlighted nothing, really. And the vision of nothing is a lot of nothing. Jaguar here, but 2 archers help make quick work of him. These are not skirmishers with their minimum range, so they can get right close and personal with that Jaguar. Our Japanese just sending more and more units across the map, even though his army count is 1 less than his opponent. And the villager count, hilarious. 15 minutes into the game, still has a 1 villager lead. No, but then the second I say that, because he's housed, he decides to get wheelbarrow now because he can't really produce any more units being housed. Army counts almost identical, villager counts almost identical. Right as I was making a big deal about our Japanese still being 1 villager ahead, he starts falling behind both militarily and economically, fletching for him as well. So these archer units that are back home, maybe they could have stayed here, I guess. 1, how many tiles is this? Let's, oh my god. Oh my goodness, this game. 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles away. So they could have actually gotten him even without the fletching upgrade. But our Japanese would have just been, you know, all you have to do is pivot south again. And he is playing with fire here with these villagers that are very close to exposed areas. But does he care? He's the one putting on pressure. He's playing with fire, but if he saw archers here, he'd probably be super happy with MbL, realizing that, hey, there's nothing at home to defend, and I can rush right in. And now we've got the battles of the counter. The skirmishers counter the spear. The spear counter the scout. The scout counters the archer. The archer counters the scout. Literally a battle of counters here. High ground for our Sicilian, who refuses to give up this hill. Got a big battle shaping up here in Feudal Age. Big battle for Feudal Age, I should say. Army counts are basically identical. More reinforcements for our Sicilian. Oh, the skirmishers. The skirmishers are a bit exposed. They'll take a bit of damage. A few whacks. Oh, why did you stop going after the skirmishers? You're going to lose a lot of gold-intensive archer units here. Will Mr. Yo, even though he loses nothing gold-related at all. So even though his army's dead, I would say overall the better trade here for Mr. MbL. You got a whole bunch of archers, which cost gold at a time when you need absolutely as much gold as possible. Had Mr. Yo not invested that gold, he could be clicking up to castle at this very moment. But because he lost those units, he has to wait a little bit more. Town Watch finishing up right as his gold count hits 200. And the second that 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 counts to 0, we will see Castle Age MbL not far behind. Only 50 food needed. Ooh, the skirmisher gets double teamed here. Minimum range. Oh, I guess he could attack the spearman now. You know you're going to die, but I don't think MbL's really paying attention to this unit. Probably right-clicked somewhere off into the ether here on the left side of the screen. Oh, we've seen this so frequently lately. Wild animals attacking skirmishers, which honestly at the 20-minute mark of the game is the most exciting action that is happening here. So we are just going to focus on it. Oh my God, is he going to die? Oh my goodness. Only 6 more paw attacks and we've got our first kill for Mother Nature. Or maybe 11 more paw attacks? Why was it taking down 2? Oh, maybe it had the high ground. Did it? Oh, it had the high ground up here. Oh man, I'm gonna keep my mouse clicked on this unit and we'll keep an eye on that HP. It's down to 5. Archers zone out these spearmen. Scouts moving in again. So we've got basically the same thing we had a minute ago. Here we go. Oh my God. Oh my God. Ah, the Jaguar with 1 kill. Oh man, I absolutely love when the earth itself rebels against the human incursion. And here we go. Blue is here, but Blue's forces are small. They have 5 kills, so they are quite experienced. They are now in Castle Age. Melee upgrades. Melee upgrade. Why are you getting forging right now? What do you have? Nothing anymore. Okay, are you going to cancel that forging upgrade? Or are you planning to build some kind of donjons? No, you only have 100 wood. Or stone rather. You've spent your stone building 2 town centers, but unlike any other civ that would have 0, our Sicilian now still has 100 left. And there we go. There's that annoying fletching upgrade, allowing him to reach a little further. Oh, MbL obliging, moving his villager into position. Oh man, look at him just staring at his kill. Oh yeah, 2 extra town center going up for Mr. Yo. I don't mind this one at all. Might want to put, or MbL rather, might want to put something on this high ground. You cannot let your enemy take this high ground if it's going to start shelling away at the villagers down south. I like this location as well. A bit inefficient with this farm, maybe 2 more tiles away, as opposed to right next to the mill. And knights are the order of the day for our Japanese. Knights are the order of the day for our Sicilian. But if I had to, how do I put this? If I had to bet on one knight, it would probably be Sicilian. Our Japanese are missing plate barding armor, the 3rd armor upgrade. Aside from that, their knights are pretty average, pretty standard. Monk bites the dust. No relics to no relics. Has Mr. Yo seen relics? Let's take a look. He's seen the 3 in the middle. Oh, catches just the tip of this one. The one right next to his base, though, undiscovered. The one also close to his base. Oh, no, he has seen it. So he's seen 4 relics. Ooh, gets revenge. Gets one of MbL's mugs. Are we watching an arena game? What is going on here? The players rushed up the castle. I shouldn't say rushed. Meandered their way into Castle Age. And now we've got Monk play. Monk's attempting to convert Light Cav, as Blue vipers this area and closes it off. Looks like a knight ended up dying here. These 2 knights on the high ground. Who got the kill? Not you. Maybe you. Maybe you. So in picture, you guys will know exactly who got that kill, as will I once I edit this video. But at this exact moment, a 4th town center going up for Mysterio. So he is going full on economy, even though he's now down 6-7 villagers. An outpost at the back. Interesting. So opting to spend a bit of wood and stone instead of just sending one of his military units. He's got 4 light cavalry who in... what, 8-9 seconds could scout that entire area, opting to go for an outpost. And here we go, dodges. Oh, Mysterio tries to flank, tries to body block. Oh, one more hit. Oh, but you know what? A scout, a light cav for a monk is not a bad trade at all. And now he sees a big, thick, juicy forest to the back. What was he building here? A wall for a second? Probably a misclick by MbL, who is now under attack by marauding bands of Sicilian light cavalry units. 3 to the left, 4 penetrate the inner gooey center. Ooh, monks have to retreat into the town center. Nothing they can do against these. What is it, plus 10 now? Yeah, plus 10 attack bonus against monks. Boom, 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 go down the houses. A bit of a suburb here to the right side of the map. I still love this spawn. It's such a weird forest spawn. When is the last time we saw this? When is the last time we saw something like this? A little death enclave here. Has MbL seen it? Still hasn't seen it. This is a lot of area that he can use. A lot of lumber he can jack. A lot of space to expand the Japanese Empire. Both players taking a bit of a breather from attacking one another. Let's use that opportunity to take a look. 6 villagers ahead, 5 villagers is our Japanese, but he's down 2 army count. A castle in a very defensive position here by our Japanese. Let's take a look at army composition and see what the hell is going on. 5 light cav, 5 monks going up to 6, 2 knights. He's expecting monk play. Instead, Mysterio with the mind games, 12 light cav and 3 monks. So Mysterio is going to realize, or MbL is going to realize very, very quickly that these monks are maybe not exactly the most optimal use of resources and gold at the moment. He is running face first into a whole bunch of light cav, so he must know at this point. I mean, look at this is his vision. He sees 8 light cavalry units. Not too sure why he's taking this battle. Maybe just to let the castle finish up. Both players losing. Actually, did he take the better fight here? Looks like he did take the better fight ultimately. Must have gotten a few of the weaker light cav, but look at this. Mysterio keeping an eye out on the left. Mysterio gathering, marshaling his forces in the center. Both players heading up to Imperial, roughly 20 seconds apart. Wow. And on the back, off the back of the exact same villager count, after all of the huffing and puffing that I do, counting villagers at the end of the day. And look at this. It is our Japanese now who sees, hey, wait a second. There's no monks? But we'll see too. I wonder how we'll feel. Oh my goodness. Samurai. Is he expecting sergeants? Samurai with one of the coolest pause animations. What do you want to call it? The when they're just standing there and not attacking anything, they check their katanas to make sure they are nice, still sharp and deadly. Oh, and this is the problem when you have 85 villagers. Can't micro them all. You leave gaps. Your lumberjacks leave gaps here. Although not that many kills for these light cavalry units for our Sicilian. And probably moved out at the wrong moment. Had he just stayed put, might have caught wind of this castle, an immediate town center, although maybe he'll catch wind of it now when it fires a bunch of arrows into his face. No, he's so close. He's so close. Just there you go. Now Mysterio sees what's up. And he sees the villagers building another town center, although he doesn't know it's a town center, right? Now he does. Now he does. Hugging the castle for safety, splitting up the calves. Ooh, beautiful maneuvering out of our Sicilian. Saves both light calves. Wow. The level of micro off of these pro players is very impressive almost all the time. Light cavalry try to bust their way in here, but there is now not only a secondary, but a tertiary wall off being created. Monk moving forward. It is now 2 relics apiece. The last relic. Mr. Yo, this is his vision. It is 1 tile away in the ether. So sour. And now the samurai are out. They are going to huff and puff. Sorry, I don't know why I keep saying huff and puff. I saw a video of the a new slot machine in Vegas, Huff and More Puff. And I think I've got Huff and Puff on the brain. They are going to very slowly make their way. What's their movement speed? 1.1. The light cav 1.65. Yeah. So you guys are not catching up to any light cavalry anytime soon, and are now again out of position. Although they move back now. Their specialty is not against knights. The knights know this. The knights engage right away. Look at how little HP is being removed from the knights. But a few knights of his own come and help and reinforce at the same time. These light cav do manage to bust their way in. Ultimately, wow, the addition of knights here by MbL proves very, very helpful at the exact moment that our Sicilians knights become cavaliers. They grow up to be men. And now, even though they died, they have taken a whole bunch of Japanese units with them. At the same time, a whole bunch of villagers, 16 kills, 10 of them economic. But you're fighting underneath a town center. You're fighting with a bunch of samurai thrown into the mix that you're not noticing. So these cavalry units are going to die. The light cav find this gap yet again. Now there's a gap to the south as well, where he escaped from about 5 minutes ago. And this is the animation I'm talking about. Look at them taking their sword out and just checking it to see that it's nice and sharp and deadly. Mr. Yo with a middle of the road castle here. But it is immediately under attack by 1, 2, and a third trebuchet, slowly rolling his ass over here. But these trebs they're undefended. Ah. 1 treb down to the left. A second down to the right. A third. Oh my god, 1,200 resources down the shitter. Not a single cavalier went down that entire fight. What an amazing pickoff by Mr. Yo. What an absolute disaster. Hauberk being researched. What an absolute unmitigated disaster for MbL here. Look at that armor now. 8 pierce armor means that they are not afraid of a castle. What they might want to be a little hesitant around, though, is 5, 6 monks. But Mr. Yo doubling down on the cavalry. Why the hell wouldn't he? 12 cavaliers. He's got the food. He's got the gold. He's got enough lumber to build as much infrastructure as he wants. I want to show you just how quickly these Sicilian villagers, I mean, this is a lot of villagers, how quickly they build a town center. I suspect once this stone count goes up to the first crusade. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's only got 4 town centers though. But here we go. By the time it finishes, take a look at that speed. This is only 6 villagers. Any other civ, the crusade would have finished before. I mean, any other civ wouldn't have crusade in the first place. But he is going first crusade. And I want to watch these sergeants stream out. I know there's action happening here to the north. And here they pop out. Holy moly. Look at that. Look at those stats. 3 base armor. 3. It is just ridiculous. Trebs, but this time they're not exposed. This time halberdiers, samurai, and monks are here. So this castle is donezo. Look at the number of conversion attempts here. 5. But let's absolutely see it. Let's see the sergeants moving forward. 12 attack, 5 base armor. But remember, technically the sergeant is a unique unit. Red has not seen the sergeants yet. Does see them now. Might want to pivot some of these samurai east. Mr. Yo has had enough of playing defensive, has had enough of taking a bit of time, is now moving forward with 60 army supply. He is fully supply capped at 200. MbL not even at 160 just yet. And now a castle in his face. Not exactly the greatest location in terms of attacking, but zoning. No units here on the left can now enter this area without taking castle fire. He'll have to either go north and look at this absolute traffic jam of structures and units, or he'll have to take castle fire. So beautiful strategic placement. Again, attack value probably 0. There's nothing here to attack except a stable and a house. And now the sergeants. Any bonus against buildings at this point? +4. Halberdiers engaged. Remember, these halberdiers do attack much faster. Look at that. 2.2 speed compared to the usual 3. So speed versus armor and numbers here. I mean, these Japanese halberdiers are doing much better than I thought they would. They obviously all die. They are numbered significantly. Oh no, he's got 4 trebs parked here. Mr. Yo doesn't notice. He doesn't see. The line of sight on these units is so shitty. He doesn't see 1,600 resources for the taking. And now this will get cleaned up at the same time. Oh no, more Sicilian light cav slaughtering villagers. Sergeants versus everything here to the right. Sergeants demolishing infrastructure to the north. Mr. Yo is just doing exactly what Mr. Yo loves to do, which is being everywhere. Mr. Yo probably should change his Age of Empires name to Hydra. Not in the Marvel comic book sense of Hydra, in the mythical Hydra sense of about 1 billion different heads and 1 billion different areas of attack. He is rich. He is getting siege engineers. He is getting bracer. I saw, what did I see there? The stone shaft mining upgrade. Stone mining upgrade. I didn't actually catch a good glimpse of what it was. But here we go. The sergeants have to get the hell out of here. These unique units have plus 12 attack against unique units. And the castle's down. This is what happens when you don't take a look and see all of these trebs, and now they're moving in, but these are light cav now. Oh my god, his cavalier count is 0. They do get 1. Will they get a second? My guess is probably not. Although they're doing a pretty damn good job against these halberdiers. He unpacks them at the worst time. He packs them rather at the worst time. Loses 2. Will lose a 3rd and a 4th. Yeah, no. Oh my god, that light cav had like 3 HP left on him. A battle behind the castle. No more light cav for Mr. Yo. He's getting an onager upgrade at the moment. What does your opponent have that you are confident of getting? I mean, I guess you're confident about your attack rounds? Okay. So another sour loss of trebs here for our Japanese. He's got 1 treb left. Still parked here in visitor parking. Loses a castle. Loses more structures and infrastructure. 2 castles go down. And man, oh man, is our Japanese base exposed? He's been knocked down to 83 villagers. Mr. Yo, 186 population. MbL, 120. And his army is just slow. It cannot move. He's got no more castles, so no more samurai for him. Not that he needs them against light cav. How many barracks does MbL have? Only 5. Ooh, I'd love to see 2 or 3 more. Now the treb moves the hell out of the way. Mr. Yo doesn't notice. Mr. Yo doesn't notice. Oh, he notices now. He swarms the treb. Will he get it? Will he get it? No! He has to run through a forest of halberdiers. Adding insult to injury, these sergeants are now going to build a bunch of donjons, probably. Although they're going after the monks first. Not a bad choice. Probably, I don't think they have an attack bonus against monks. No, they do not. And, oh. I was going to say, and now we're going to get to see them build. But it delayed for a quick second. MbL is reeling. He's, oh my god, what the hell happened here? Oh, look at this villager grabbing at his neck, at the sliced neck that he's got from one of these swordsmen on a horse. 28 kills, 26 of them economic. Holy moly, Mr. Yo. Mr. Yo just building his infrastructure in the center and using that as a springboard to absolutely explode northwards. Oh my god. Wow, what an absolute fantastic game out of him. MbL putting about as much pressure as he could. I'm actually surprised he didn't go ranged units. Like I said, the Japanese, pristine archer line. At least some damage before your halberdiers can engage. I guess he was relying on the quicker attack. I mean, 3 attack on a halberdier is slow as shit. 2.2 makes it more in line with most infantry units. And look at the lightning fast attack of this samurai. 1.4. That's Mangadai firing speed. That is absolutely bonkers. But look, our red settlement has been pushed into a corner. All of his wall-offs, all of his castles, all of his attempts to defend his base destroyed by this Sicilian bomb. And I think the best move that Mr. Yo made here was calling that first crusade. 25 extra sergeants just catapulted his army count significantly. And even though they could not engage, you can't engage. We've seen, take a look at my shorts. We've seen, I mean, my YouTube shorts, not the shorts I'm wearing right now in my 40 degrees Celsius apartment as the building's air conditioner isn't working properly. Take a look at my YouTube shorts. We know exactly what happens when a sergeant engages into a samurai, especially if that samurai is elite. They don't live very long. Let's put it like that. 70 halberdiers, 99 light cav, PKPM kind of slow and relaxed for both players. Economy, what do we think? Sicilian light years ahead? Yeah, look at that. Oh my God. 22,000 resources ahead. Relics playing no role, even though Mr. Yo has one extra relic, about 79 extra gold, 6,000 more wood, 12,000 more food, about 2,000 more gold, and this is the killer, 2,000 more stone. Wow, wow, wow. What an absolute fun game out of both players. Sicilian has killed 228, 107 villagers. Look at our Japanese, 0 villager kills. 0 villager kills for the civilization that has fully upgraded cavalry archers. Okay. It is what it is, and what a fun game. I mean, MbL just lost way too many trebs. For who's kidding who? The 3 trebs he lost here originally. Then the 4 is 7. I think I said 6 before. I meant 7. And now he's got 1 left. That is, it says unpacking here on the bottom left, but it doesn't look like it's unpacking. It looks like it's on fire. Okay. It is, like I said, what it is. And Mr. Yo, with the absolute perfectly timed first crusade, with 25 sergeants appearing. Like I said, any other civ by the time this town center had gone up would have only had 4 town centers, but because the Sicilians do build their town centers twice as fast, he managed to get this up before the first crusade hit, and using that army supply, he just absolutely ransacked. MbL just didn't know where to go. He had too many positions to attack into, and he had too slow of an army. Absolutely too slow of an army. I mean, the Japanese samurai, the samurai moves at 1.1, halberdier at 1.1 as well. You're not going to catch up to knights, cavaliers, light cavalry with that. And I think MVP unit here, wow, 28 kills, 26 villagers, Mr. Yo using them perfectly, and overall just a military feat of crazy aggression here out of our Sicilian, who, to be fair, wasn't aggressive earlier on in the game. Like I said, built his infrastructure, pushed out, and just absolutely crushed everything in his path with multi-pronged. Like I said, Mr. Yo should rename himself Hydra. Mr. Hydra. In any event, using this massive army supply lead that he had for the majority of the late game, not now it looks like, but the majority of the late game, he does take the W, but GG to both players. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips and make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so that you're notified of my latest uploads.